Good morning all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Tuesday morning, January 11th. We are looking at Window Traders Market Profile of SPY, IWMN, Triple Qs. Just a quick note, two things. I will not be here Friday, so I'll remind you guys of that a couple times. Second, we have Powell testifying at 10 a.m. today. So we'll see if that has any market-moving comments from questions that are asked. So yesterday, we all went out with a price probe. Right now, the most positive response to a spike is to be accepted either in it or above it. So it's 75 minutes to go. All three of these indices right now have been trading either right above yesterday's highs or right at M's high as they try to get to their very, very wide POCs from the 7th, as you can see, in SPY and in Qs. Now, don't forget, Russell still had a gap yesterday. So we'll have to see in regular trading hours if they're able to fill that gap. If they do, really, their next destination other than their overnight high, they're only 7 wide from the 7th. It'd be their afternoon rally high from the 7th. As far as overnight highs and lows for SPY, 468.06 is the overnight high, 464.75 overnight low. If we gap higher, yesterday's high of 465.74 would be a downside destination. So as far as the game plan goes, again, if the gap is about $1 or a little less, I certainly will be looking to take a long because you'll have higher value in the gap. I would think that 12-wide POC up at 466.93 would be a very, very visual level. If the gap fills, now again, that's a lot of heat from M's high to K's high, but I would look for another long at some point inside of this prior to getting to K's high. So those are two long scenarios. If we open too high, right near the 12-wide POC, I don't know if I'd take a long right away because you could hit a speed bump. And then we'd have to see what happens. We have our afternoon rally high of 467.98 from the 7th. And our overnight high, 468.06. That would be a short play for me the first time we get up there to see if they front run both the overnight high and that afternoon rally high. Shows you how mechanical and visual this market still is. So that's a short play to start and a couple of long plays. And the same basically in Russell and Qs. You could take longs against the gaps if they fill. Now, Russell's price probe is a lot smaller. So if you want to take the heat, if the gap fills, you could hold on to it. But if you get accepted below that price probe, I'd get out because they were 9 wide below. Same with us in triple Qs. Right now, they're above that 11 wide POC. So if it was to open and trade back down to there, it's not a bad visual spot, even if the gap fills, to see if you could take a long there. Acceptance below there, too much heat, I would get out. And then on the chart, I'm just going to show you the daily. This is the key for all three of these indices. They need to stop the one-time framing down on the daily, right? The monthly is balanced in SPY. The weekly is down. Right now, the daily is down. If you're able to take out yesterday's high, well, then you come back into balance. Now, don't forget, the 50-day moving average is 466.48. Right before we open. It's going to change when we open. So that's going to be, not only is the gap, not only is yesterday's high and the price probe are going to be important to hold for buyers, well, if they get above that 50, it's going to be very important. If not, all you did is put the daily back into balance. So that's going to be a very, very important and visual level. Thanks for the likes. Good luck trading today, and we'll recap at 4 p.m.